Talk your a podcast where we don't give no you, and you. Oh, and did I say you? Yeah, you too. Now, let's talk about it.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Talk Your Shit Daily. And I'm your host, Big Slick. You already know we got another great show for you today. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my listeners, whether you at home, at work, in your car, all the truck drivers on the road. I appreciate you tuning in. Yo, check this out. We got another great episode for you today. Hold up. If you didn't hit that subscribe button yet, hit the button, man. All right, let's go back to it. We got a great show for you today. Let's jump right into it. How miscommunication occurs and a proper way to communicate. Listen, miscommunication, man, is a key thing to a lot of things going wrong. And a lot of people miscommunicate every day. One of the things that a lot of miscommunication come through is through text. A lot of times we text important stuff to people, important conversations, you send it through a text. That's definitely the wrong thing to do. You should pick up a phone and speak to them, because what happens is that this is what happens. So when you send that text, this person is reading the text depending on what mood they're in. So they not even reading it how you sent it. So you might be like, "Oh, when you coming over?" So they might read it like, "When you coming over?" Like you angry saying it. They don't even know if you just asking the question or not. So a lot of times miscommunication happens through text, right? Another thing with miscommunication, how it happens, and if you're talking to somebody, right, or y'all communicating, saying you're having a disagreement, or sometimes, because this is when a lot of miscommunication happens through disagreements, right? Say you're having a disagreement with somebody. The first thing that people do is when they having a disagreement, they're not even listening to what the other person's saying. They basically wait until the other person pause or stop talking so they can just jump in and talk, right? So this is really a talking match. This is not even communication. And people think communication is just you talking. Communication is listening. It's actually more listening than talking when you communicate, because you can't communicate properly if you're not paying attention to what the other person is saying. Duh. Did everybody get that? You can't communicate properly if you don't listen and pay attention to what the other person is saying. Everybody want to get their point across, but they don't want to listen to the point that the other person is making. Now, another thing is with miscommunication is that you don't have to agree on everything. Sometimes you can agree to disagree. What happened to that? What, people can't agree to disagree no more. It's like if you say you're right, then that's it. You're right. If I say I'm right, then I'm. It's like, yo, just because but that's your opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, right? If it's their opinion, now, if we having a disagreement and this disagreement is based on facts and not feelings, then facts always win. It's just what it is. Facts are facts. But if you're talking about my opinion about a certain situation, somebody's opinion is their opinion. They can't be wrong for having their own opinion. And I think a lot of people forget about that people do have opinions, right? So when you do communicate with somebody, if somebody have a different opinion than you, it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. We supposed to have different opinions about different things. That's what makes us individuals. But a lot of people just want you to agree with them and their opinion. Again, everybody can have their own opinion. But if we're talking and having a disagreement or a general conversation about facts, then facts always wins. If it's a fact, then it's just a fact. 1 + 1 is 2. If it's a fact, it's a fact, right? That's another thing. Another thing is this: is when you communicating with somebody, you should look at it in their perspective. If you can, try your best to look at where they're coming from. So if somebody say, "Well, I think this and da 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 da," what you should say, if you don't agree with it, Ask them why. Why do you feel that way? So now you can put yourself in that person's position and try to see why that person feels that way, right? The first thing we do is brush a person off if it ain't the same opinion we have. We don't even look at their perspective. Everybody got their own look on life, right? So if you honestly having a conversation with somebody that you actually, care about or have some type of something for, then you should want to know their perspective. Now, if this is a total stranger and whatever, it is what it is. It might not even be that deep. You don't even want to hear what the person's talking about. To each his own. Keep it moving. But if you're dealing with somebody that you genuinely care about, you should see what they're talking about from their perspective, right? For example, men and women have always got two different perspectives or way they look at things. Now, they might come to the same conclusion, but the way men look at things is totally different from the way women look at things, right? So sometimes all the time, you need to ask, okay, so why you feel this way? And then you can figure out and go, oh, okay, now I understand why you feel that way, or why that's your opinion about it. And then you keep it moving. So to me, look, the bottom line is this: when you communicating, you should listen more than you talk. That's it. Communication can go way further if you actually listen more than you talk. A lot of people just want to talk all day. It's just they want to hear they self talk all day. It's like, please, man, my ears are bleeding. Be quiet. Listen more than you talk. Communication will go well, and always put the shoe on the other foot. Look in that person's perspective and see exactly where they're coming from. And I guarantee your communication skills will definitely shoot through the roof. You already know what it is. It's been another great episode, man. It's Big Slick. This is what I do. I give it to you raw, unfiltered. This is my opinion, right? So it can be right or wrong. It is what it is, but it's mine. And guess what? It's my show. And what's the name of the show? Talk Your Shit Daily. Check it out. If you got any questions you want to send in and be a part of the show and get my opinion on it, you can email it into talkyourshitdaily@gmail.com. That's talkyourshitdaily@gmail.com. You never know. It might make it to the next episode. You already know what it is. It's Big Slick, and I'm out. Peace.